This is how Raila Odinga lost presidency to the president-elect William Samoei Ruto. Number one is the AZIMIO strategy. Raila is known to have a very old and outdated strategy of doing his campaigns. His strategy never changes. It is the same strategy of hyping the followers to just shout and leave it there. So his strategy failed him totally. On time, the side of strategy still, well, William Ruto was doing up to 5 meetings a day. Raila was doing 1 or 2 until the last days when he started doing many meetings. His strategy never worked. He did very few meetings. Apart from doing very few meetings, he did meetings in his strongholds and visited areas. He concentrated on visiting counties where Ruto was very keen on visiting areas with high voters. He would go to some place 3 times a month and not go to other place. But Raila continued going around Kenya in a routine, in a predictable routine and following where Ruto went. Old, outdated strategy. Few political meetings. We can't afford that. And thirdly on this line is Raila is stingy. Ruto was giving money like nonsense. But Raila, of course, naturally is stingy. And although Jubilee tried to pump a lot of money to his campaign, many people are influenced by money. We don't like that, but it's the bitter reality. On that line, point number 4 is Raila has nothing to tell the people. You can't go and tell the people vijana fire when Ruto is telling them about 200,000 jobs. When he's telling them about 200, I don't know, zilikuwa milioni ngapi. No. You don't go telling people vijana ria, vijana tibing, vijana fire. When people are being promised jobs, when people are being given a plan that will help them get to start their own businesses. No, when you have nothing to tell, you get nothing in the head. AZIMIO, just as a team, and secondly, as the people. The people who were making up this AZIMIO failed Raila and failed him terribly. First one is Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta did well, although he never campaigned, yes. When he opened his mouth, he hit Ruto hand. But at the same time, he caused a lot of bitterness on Kenyans. And this resorted to supporting Ruto. Uhuru has lost so many votes for Raila than if he supported Ruto. If Uhuru supported Ruto, Raila would have won easily. Ruto would not have gotten even that % on himself if Uhuru was on his side. But when he went to the other side, that's how they lost. The other people that have contributed immensely to the loss of AZIMIO is Junet Mohamed with his foul mouth, Babu Owino, foul mouth, and Atuli. Others include the activities of CS Matiang'i, Karanja Kibicho, and others. Those people have helped Ruto get so many sympathy votes. Number 3 is Ruto as a person. This man is tough. This man has very endearing speech. This man is very attractive in terms of how he talks, in terms of how he does his campaigns, in terms of how he sweet talks people, in terms of how he appeals to every group of people. May it be the youth, may it be women, may it be people with disability, may it be the elder, everybody. Ruto has something for them. Whether you will do it or not, that's none of my business. But as of now, Ruto, strategy for Ruto of touching the people at the lowest of the ladder, the lowest kind of the economic pyramid, appealing to them, just telling them what they want to hear, is what has made him president today. He is tough. He stood against the system, the government, the machinery, everything. And this is what Kenyans like. Somebody who is tough, like Raila has been tough before. But these days, he became opposite. Ruto became tougher. Ruto financed his campaign single-handedly. How he financed is none of our business. Where he got money, we don't know. But this is a man who had money to spend. And lastly, on his side, Ruto, as I said earlier, and a very appealing speech for everybody. He moves the crowd wherever he goes. Ruto concentrated on where voters are, on where there are votes. He did not concentrate on regions. He concentrated on voting ability, the probability of being voted. Remember that Ruto did not campaign in Kisumu, did not campaign in Siaya, did not campaign in Homa Bay. He only campaigned in Kisii, Migori, and Migori just passed through there. And why? Because he knew he's not going to get any votes. He concentrated on where he can get vote. He is not controlling as many vast large areas as AZIMIO. AZIMIO has taken all the land of Kenya, the largest share of the land, but not the people. Ruto concentrated on people. Raila concentrated on the number of counties and regions. For campaign blunders. Raila has always been known to do a lot of blunders when we get near the elections. This year, he had a very tough time trying to convince Christians that he and his running mate, Martha Karua, are on their side. Christians have had hard time with Raila and Karua. Karua questioning what kind of God does Ruto worship. Raila saying, oh, Christianity was elevated and therefore you will correct that. Political blunder about mentioning about Mitumba. This is what Ruto has been using to campaign against him. Yet he meant good. But the way he packaged his once has eaten back. Ruto has come and campaigned with that point for so long. He has gotten so many votes for himself. Going to say that he has instructed Uhuru Kenyatta to lower food prices, especially unga, to 100, and if it was lowered. The government did so that AZIMIO get some vote. But what did it happen? Ruto continued campaigning against the same. So you are the people who had raised the prices. You are the people who had hyped the prices. So you now want, you can control, so you can lower. If you can lower, then lower. And lower fuel, lower everything. And the last group I'm going to talk about are the aspirants from various regions. The aspirants did not campaign enough for Raila. Many people in Mount Kenya did not dare campaign so openly for Raila, and if those who did, they lost. When you go campaigning, you don't put in your poster, there is no Raila, there is no AZIMIO. It is you and Jubilee. Number 6 are the failures of Jubilee government. The failures of Jubilee government fall squarely on William Ruto. But William Ruto has managed to evade the blame and has placed it successfully on the shoulders of Raila, Odinga, and Sheikh. 7. BBI. The BBI suckers eat so bad on Raila because it failed and failed terribly. And my due, Ruto cannot campaign without mentioning it. He cannot campaign without mentioning it. And 8 is Raila's overdependence on Uhuru, or to deliver victory through deep state and system. This has not happened because of the transparency that IEBC has given to Kenyans this year. Definitely you can't steal from Ruto. How? And that's how Raila lost. We wish him well. He is a statesman with 6 million, near 7 million. This is a man who Ruto should consider having something for him in the government. This is a man he should invite and have a talk so that they run this government together with Ruto as the president and the commander-in-chief.